It's not the most frame rate friendly way to deal with carbon dioxide. But damned if they don't look cute. So while trying to get all the stuff ready for Stinky to make his visit to the last planetoid he'll have to worry about, I got 3 Slickster eggs on the pod and decided to do something with them. Actually, I'd had this set up before, but my Slicksters died because it wasn't hot enough. This is actually down from about 90 some kilos. Quick back of the envelope math. 214 at 20 kilos per cycle. 4,000. Should be like 4,000. What? My cat has decided to pester me. What do you want? What? What? You have your chance to speak. Say something. Thank you. Your comments have been noted. Please go away. Back to envelope calculations. Theoretically, 4,000 kilos of carbon dioxide per cycle. Not really on account of the fact they're all crowded, but it was fun to just watch this waterfall of oil come off of here. Stinky's ride is right here. I think I may have messed up. Yeah, I did. One of these was supposed to be a friggin'... Dang it. One of these was supposed to be a... Oh, don't down. Arg. Let's go back to what you were before, please. One of these was supposed to be a Trailblazer module, but I appear to have forgotten to build it. So I guess we're sending Stinky one way in this thing. Got a Trailblazer. Got a lander. It's only got to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to Blazista. So it just has to get there. You built a platform. Oh wait, I've just about screwed this up again, haven't I? Hairbag! Hairbag, just because I let you talk once doesn't mean I want you here again. I thought so. I almost messed that up again. The plan was to have him land and live out of that thing for a while, but I guess that's not going to happen. No, you know what? No, I should be able to. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to rebuild one of these with a small petroleum engine, a Trailblazer module, because this gets there, but he can't really live. Guys, this will have to crash land, and then either I send someone behind him. No, you know what? Someone's going on the last. Someone's going on the wild ride. When's my next print? 1.7 cycles? 1.7 cycles. We get someone with some aptitude towards rocket piloting. That one's going down. This one's going down. This... I can't even try to land that there, can I? I could. How tall are you? You are fantastically tall. No way. You are 35. 35. Are there 35 tiles anywhere? Starting from here. $35 is there. Nope, someone's going on the crash dive. Best laid plans and all. Fudge. It took so long to get not just a dupe. Not just a dupe. But a regular dupe. I was, at the time of filming this, it is Wednesday morning. A half hour after the video should have come out. And it took that long to get a regular dupe that wasn't a giant pile of bad qualities. What do we got here? Ada. Let's give you a hat. That way it's easier to spot you. Rocket Pilot. You and Stinky. You. Let's just make sure we're good here. 20 kilos of food. Much oxalate, sand, oxygen. More oxalate, rad pills. Reed fiber. Alright, you're good to go. This one here, you are good to live in because you have tables and stuff and junk. So you'll be okay. You also have 50-ish tons of oxygen, so that shouldn't be a problem. Okay, let's get... You're not a bad skit, you're heading to sleep. So, change crew. Ada. Change crew. Dinky. You are going. You're going to Blizzista the hard way. You're going to Blizzista the not hard way. I just completely reconfigured this. I tried to see if I can make him small enough to land with a few interesting things. Just couldn't do it. So I said, forget it. Hopefully, they both get up here soon. I'd like to launch them both within a reasonable amount of time because Ada's going to have to hit the ground running. Just so that Stinky can come and save her. Unfortunately, they must both be on a sleep schedule or something because neither of them are up here. There's Ada. Oh, you're so slow. You're going to sleep. That actually makes kind of sense, I guess. Sopping wet, hungry. Well, you're going to get to enjoy a little bit of Frostburger, provided you... Where on earth are you going? Still needs to learn the rocketry skill before it can go anywhere. Well, I'll get them all ready and ready to land, and we'll see you then. Alright, Ada. Time to head down. Drop you here. Have you deployed? Oh, there we are. Blizzista. Plonk. You can do a save thing. I would like you to very, very quickly build a rocket platform up here. This is the most important thing you're going to do. It's unfortunately going to take you forever because you are very, very, very slow. At the very least, staging all the steel helped out. How long is it going to take you to build this? Shouldn't take you that long. We have a suit full of air. Should be fine. My original plan was to drop a petroleum rocket down here, and I didn't want to turn all this to steam. Plus, if I build it up here, I have room to build like a room or something that I can pressurize. They can sleep in rather than living in their suits. Come on, Ada, you can do it. While you're doing that, let's head up here. A Snaky. Snaky's in his suit. He's ready to go. I have too many planetoids open. Done. Alright. You land. You abandon ship. One-way rocket. Pop. We have more building materials there now. Comes down. There, now in an emergency, you have somewhere to go. First thing I gotta do... You guys have been living with those suits for a long time. I have to pressurize all of this. At least that. I've gotta fill it all in. Then oxygenate it. Oxygen won't be an issue. I brought like 50 tons of oxygen. It should be a while. So I have to, that's got to get filled in. And a bunch of these there. Nope. Petroleum there. I spent like, I don't know, 20 some cycles shooting petroleum at this place. Minor rad sickness. No, don't generate power. The last thing I need you to do right now. You'll do that, these things will break. Go have a rad pill. Finding safer area. How about this? You should move to here. A safe area right there. I can't believe you're already radiation sick. It's only slight hazard. It's not that bad. I'm gonna get some of this place up and we'll check in on you in a little while. Well, after a fair bit of unpleasantness, the game decided it was gonna run like every other second, and then make this weird kind of noise. I think I've fixed it. I'd experienced a couple of crashes. There's been a lot of stuff done. Most of it not very fast. These guys got sent back to Geldan. Got sent back to home base. They're both going out of their minds due to the lack of amenities here on Blizzista, and a crash, and a bunch of other problems. And it's not been ideal. The scene from just before this was, oh my god. Where's my file here? Everything started to pile up on like a Wednesday morning. It's now Thursday evening. Everything seems to be going okay. Seems to be. I had to get these two moved inside out of the Spacefarer module and get them into suits because they kept running through here and they would constantly be soaking wet and cold and stuff and junk and blah, 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 blah. This colony setup has been the hardest of all, which is weird because it is literally like, you know, a stone's throw away from the main base. They came with a whole bunch of food and a bunch of stuff, and then it just started falling apart. But I think it's going now. If you remember, this whole place was covered in interplanetary payloads, and I found an old Reddit post that said there's too many starts to cause problems, and that might have been it. So on top of trying to get some of the amenities done, I did have to get them to chew through an awful lot of payloads. There's still... that's debris. There's just an absolute mountain of igneous rock and petroleum and stuff. I'm using the... I hesitate to say it, but it is the... despite having all the end game tech, I am using the most low-tech way of running the place by basically just a couple of water locks and natural terrain. It is, yeah, it's been a thing. It's been a go. Thankfully, they're both down to 0 stress. I'm at 9 frames a second. I assumed this game was... I had some of the stuff optimized. No, I haven't. Some of it is probably because there's a bunch of animal pathfinding over here, and just a mountain of payloads to deal with that are never going to happen. This place is just constantly off-gassing and changing temperatures and generally being the worst possible version of itself. I have no desire to come back here. Everything else is running well. I even decided to break open a couple of these volcanoes. Is this the smartest way to do it? No. Is it working? Yes. What kind of bit was that I was about to do the auto bottle thing, and then I checked, and it was like, oh no, you can't do that. Auto bottling only works with like liquid metals and normal liquids and not magma. As you see, I had some of that stuff ready to go, and then it didn't work. It required an awful lot of changing stuff around, because the last thing I want to do is lose the perfect vacuum I've got in here. But it's running. It's working for now. This should tell you everything you need to know about how smoothly it's running. Oh, you want to know how long these guys spent back at home base? About that long. Pemmican wasn't doing the job. They weren't very happy with it. It's only a +1. Berry Sludge is substantially better. And completely wiped out my supply of Sleetweed over here. It may have picked back up, I don't know. Kind of. When I turned this thing on, I had 2,500 units of Sleetweed. Just sitting here because I couldn't make... nothing else was getting made fast enough to bother. Good. Like, do I need frost buns? No. I've got 52 million calories of frost burgers. By rights, I should start shooting them at the other planets. Just make everyone else happy. If not, that whole... what I totally forgot is it gives a -2 to athletics for soul food. Now, I can definitely say that I have, given the size of the burger they're eating, right, this is... if we assume these are like a meter square, that is 3/4 of a meter, which is 75 cents, 2.5 feet. That's a 2.5 foot tall burger. I'm a big guy, and I'm fairly certain I would be substantially slowed down by a 2.5 foot tall burger. Well, they don't have plumbed in toilets yet, but we have oxygen arriving from home base. which means that this place has enough fuel, will have enough air. If I get worried about air, there is no shortage of water to electrolyze. Let's go with brine. Huh. Since brine ice in there. From here, it's just going to be setting up the firing the rad bolts. I do have a giant pile of wort seeds, and I think I sent 6 tons of phosphorite. So it should be a matter of setting it all up and powering it. May need to build an actual boiler room for that. Still got 100 tons worth of fuel. And kind of worst case scenario, there's other places to ship stuff from. The web of commerce going on. Stuff flying all over the place. They're shipping back niobium. Humidizon sending water to Stinkala? Sending air to Stinkala. I've never done this much work with the interplanetary shipments before. It's different. It's definitely a way to get stuff going. It's costly in terms of power, but I won't disparage its ability. So one of the issues, that last clip cut off, I'm saving every 2 cycles instead of every 10. Given that over the last couple of days I had several crashes, and losing anywhere from 3 to 7 cycles worth of work is something of a pain in the ass when you're trying to juggle like 5 colonies. But should just be the one. Definitely next episode I should have the rad bolts all set up, and then just a waiting game to finish it off. I know I wanted to fly a rocket around and find everything else, but game has its own decisions on how much longer I'm going to be able to play it. Plus I'm, over 40 episodes, 7,400 cycles in. Does come to a point where a guy wants to get her over with. Let's see how much longer we got. I'll see you in the future.